Presidential candidate Mitt Romney shares his views on the use of torture while interrogating suspected terrorists.
I do not want to describe the specific lists of what is and what is not torture, and there are a number of specific reasons for doing so. One is that the Geneva Accord specifically says, and we've signed an agreement saying we will not torture. So anything a president said he believes is torture would specifically be, if we then employed it, would be in violation of the Geneva Accord. So I think it's very important for presidents not to go through a list of this is torture and that's, I mean, how many days without sleep is torture? I just don't want to publish that for the benefit of the terrorists, and I don't want to do something which would ever cause our nation to be in violation of an agreement that we had signed. I think the circumstance that we're all aware of is the circumstance known as the ticking time bomb. And that is a very unusual circumstance where we would have knowledge that an individual knew about a bomb, potentially an atomic bomb, that was about to be detonated in this country. And what would we do in that circumstance? And that's the circumstance where one of my advisors is Cofer Black, who for 25 or 35 years was the head of counterterrorism for the CIA. He said, look, torture is not the way to get information from people. The way to get information from people is a long process of making friends, good cop, bad cop. He said, we have all these techniques. And he said, but the issue that you always face is what happens in that very terrible circumstance, the ticking time bomb circumstance. My view is, in that circumstance, the President of the United States should be the person that makes the call. You don't say to a CIA operative, hey, you're violating the law, but unless you do, the whole nation's going to get, a devastating attack. You have the President make that call. But I would oppose any form of torture. And I'm not planning on laying out what those forms are, line and verse.